Welcome to Jank Play TCG. My name's Landon, and here we play Jank. And today I want to talk about Pokemon Day predictions, and I want to play some Jank as usual. Just a nice casual live stream going on, and you know, I got so excited I just had to buy myself a candy bar. Been a long time since I had Milky Way. Hey, look at that, I'm live. Nice. Alright. So, what I think we should do is I should put up like a list of kind of what I expect from Pokemon Day, right? So, let's just do a text list. Or no, wait. Let me do something a little bit different. There's that. I can drag it over here. We can shrink that down a ton. Like right there, let's see how it looks. Hugal, fine, I won't bring you home one. Bring me home one what? A candy bar? I'll take a candy bar any day. Richard, well, hello. Hello there. Clinton, howdy howdy. How you doing? And DLCRH, any tips for a Miraidon deck? Tips for a Miraidon deck. 4 electric generators. And, you know, just play something different than Miraidon, honestly. No, if you were playing Miraidon EX, the lightning one, I would say 4 electric generators for sure. And, you gotta play Iron Hands. You gotta just explode your board state in the beginning. A lot of people are playing Pikachu EX, that way they can do the Terra, stadium, so they can expand their bench a little bit further. You know, and the nice thing about Miraidon is that it's more of a lightning support Pokemon than a primary Pokemon in the deck, if that makes any sense. It's not, sure, it could be your primary attacker, but there's other Pokemon that do better attacks, right? So, Clinton, I'd like one announcement for Pokemon Day to be we're pouring more money into TCG Live to improve it. You're welcome. That's not going to happen. And I'll tell you why. Because the Pokemon Company is not who is making TCG Live. Pokemon Presents is going to be the Pokemon Company announcements. They're going to be the big announcements. Those are going to be the major things, that the things that they directly support, like PTCG Pocket, right? Like the TCG, not live, just the physical TCG, like the video games, you know, all that stuff. TCG Live is made by the Pokemon Company International, which is a separate company in a way, right? So we should not expect to see anything said about TCG Live, just as we've never really expected to see anything about TCG Live from any other Pokemon Presents. I know it's sad, but it is what it is. Clinton, I know, but it'd be a nice thing. I want my full expanded. I understand. I've done a video about this already, but it's difficult for me. As an ex-video game developer, as someone that really loves indie games, the Pokemon Company International is not a video game developer. And TCG Live is really their first big video game that they're doing. And as such, they're trying their best, you know. It's not like they could go out and get, you know, people with years of experience, because those people are working in other companies already. The Pokemon trading card game, porting the Pokemon trading card game is not something that is going to attract top talent for this type of app, right? That's the biggest issue. Everyone kind of thinks that Pokemon can just throw money at it, and they can't. They really can't. Their budget for supporting this app is going to come directly from physical card sales, because this app has no way to spend money in it, and I'm grateful for that. I would rather that than they suck us dry for every dollar in our bank accounts, but the app feels great to use, you know? And really there's no middle ground. Either they go full-blown, full monetization to the point where it's disgusting, it's dry, it's if you ain't rich, you can't play. Or they leave it free for everyone, and we can play it, and yeah, there's some issues, but it's free, right? I don't know. Those are kind of my thoughts. This is a free-to-play game that doesn't have microtransactions. So we aren't paying into it and expecting something better, right? We aren't giving them money and being like, hey, why aren't you doing X, Y, Z? We are giving them money for producing the physical trading card game. TCG Live is going to be part of their marketing budget, because TCG Live is going to be a way for people for them to advertise the TCG, and that's going to encourage more people to buy physical product. I know a lot of people do not agree with me on this stance, but sorry, that was long-winded to say I'd rather this than a Magic Arena sort of business. Alright, Richard. We here at the Pokemon Company will proudly be cutting money from the PTCGL app. I mean, the goal for one of these apps is to get it to where it's sustaining, and then you can cut back support, you can cut back developers, and then it's just every set, we just got to put that into the game. And that's it. That's all, you know? Oh, once a year we have to change what rotation is, right? But that requires a lot of pre-planning. And so eventually their goal is to have a very small team working on this. You know, maybe a couple artists, a few programmers, and a design lead for how things should be interacting, how to display things nicely, you know, UI designer and UI designer mostly, you know. You don't really need a game designer because you ain't designing the game's designed. You don't really need that many programmers when you're just adding cards into the database and their effects. You just need to be able to add the effects, right? So, and then maybe at that point they can start working on the next refresh, and the developers that they're cutting, hopefully they don't just fire them, hopefully they can put them towards updates or the next refresh to where, oh, the app is going to change, it's going to be different, but it's still going to be the same thing. You're still going to be able to play your cards, your collection's still there, all that stuff, you know? Yeah. The horror. Clint, I gotta say, I love Live's presentation. The effects and such are pretty sick. Gen 5 Hollows have, like, a hyperspace effect. Some cards have a ridiculous number of interactions, like Slowking. Yeah, that's true. I don't know if it's just me, but there's a lot of buffering. Yeah, the online air action could be better. It could be better, you know? Here, maybe if I make this smaller. Then I can make this bigger. Nope. I grabbed the wrong thing. There's a lot of buffering in the stream. Let me check my stream health. Are you sure it's not just me chewing? Everything is reporting healthy currently. So hopefully that just continues. Where's Sophie girl? We need to see Sophie. Sophie is still... She is in here with me. Who got you? Saw her last night. Unless you're chewing cords, probably not. Don't tempt me. There are rich minerals in those cords that I want to get to. So, first off, my prediction. So I'm going to put a list of my predictions, right? Opening. We're going to open on Legends ZA. That's going to be the first thing we see, because that is going to set the tone for the rest of this presentation, right? So we know that the Pokemon trading card game is going to take inspiration from the Legends game for future sets. They need to get this information out there. They need to get Legends ZA out there, right? So that they can then reveal some upcoming mechanics for the TCG. So they need it to be the first thing out of the gate. A lot of people would be like, no, you close with it. That's your big banger for the year. No, you open with it because this isn't a surprise. We know it's coming, right? So you open with it, and then the rest of the presentation can be things and how they relate to Legends ZA. You close with a Gen 10 first look. Oh, guess I need this to be a little bit wider. Is this coming through all right on the screen? This side. There we go. Is that coming through all right? Can people read this, or is it just too tiny? Like, I get if it's just too tiny. I can try my best to do more. They might announce a PTCG Pocket roadmap. Yes, they should be announcing. Keep in mind, they have not officially announced the next set for Pocket. We all know what the next set is. There's been leaks, there's been data mines, there's been all this trash, right, out there. So we all know what's coming. And if you don't want to be spoiled on what's been out there, I'll try my best not to spoil the speculations that I've heard. But you are in a predictions live stream, so I don't know what else to say. PTCGP, a Pocket roadmap, I totally agree with. That will probably be before the TCG roadmap, right? Hugo, thanks for the $5. It's a little awkward. Because you're basically just paying YouTube because we share that money. But thank you, and I will give Sophie a treat because it's $5. Sophie, you want a treat? All right. Here we go. Woo! here we go. A treat. Just for you. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Hugal. Okay. So yeah, Pocket roadmap and a TCG roadmap are most likely to be shown here. So we will see the next set of Pocket. New set. And future sets of the TCG. Mostly just like the one after Journey Together. The English one after Journey Together. So there's still some English things they do throw into these presents things because, yeah. But, new set / mechanic. They will reveal a new mechanic and explain how it works, I believe, for the TCG. Richard, anyways, prediction games, more stuff for mobile apps. Yeah, I was just going to put, after opening, we're going to get mobile apps. Mobile app updates, that's going to include stuff like, what was it? That cooking one. Cafe Remix. Masters, Unite, you know, that kind of stuff. Renamed for the 12th time? Masters EX being renamed? I mean, maybe. Masters Mega or something like that, you know? Legend ZA starters, that's going to be part of the opening ZA stuff. You know, they're going to go through a lot of ZA, I think. Gen 10 short, like they did with Gen 9, new movie and anime short. I could see the Gen 10 just being how they originally showed off that they were working on Gen 7. Like some concept art and some, like a wireframe of, I think it was Pika Pack. You know, like I'm not expecting them to show very much. But we will probably get a new, do you think we'll get a new mythical? You know, usually there's like, aren't there usually like 2 mythicals released for a game? The first one was Pekarunt. So we need a second one, and the second one always ties more to the following generation than the generations it's from. Right? Or am I crazy? Could be crazy. You don't know. Chewie's eating a treat too. Awesome. So that's kind of how I expect, like, the first look, maybe, or tease, if you would. I'm not expecting to see gameplay. I'm not expecting to see any Pokemon from Gen 10. I'm expecting to see practically nothing other than some dude saying, we're working on it. In celebration of Pokemon 30th anniversary next year, we want Generation 10 to be that year's game. Gen 10 for 30 years of Pokemon, and it's going to live up to the hype because we are excited to celebrate our anniversary. Maybe they could throw us something and be like, and, you know, you can face, we're planning on you being able to face every gym leader or something like that, you know, where it won't be all regions, but you could go somewhere and fight gym leaders and stuff, you know? I don't know. They could just be like, you know we messed up on Gen 9 with some things. We have learned from that. We are going to make Gen 10 better. Gen 10, Switch 2. Maybe. I'm not so sure about that. In all honesty, we got to remember, the Pokemon Company released Black and White 2 after the 3DS had been out for like a year. So, I'm not claiming that they're definitely moving on to Switch 2. but it could be the thing that gives them the power to make Gen 9 better, if that makes any sense. So let's see, we got the mobile apps, we got the Pocket update, the TCG update. What else? I mean, the ZA, everything ZA is going to be early on. I would say they might even close out. Like, they'll probably mention the next generation of Pokemon's coming, but they might even close out with a tease to more ZA info. Right? Because the rumors are that this game's supposed to come out within, like, the next few months. Within the next 6 months, right? So just before October at some point. Those are the current rumors. So, like, they have a lot to go through. So they might just do a ZA trailer. Sure, we get to see the starters. We get to see, you know, what shape Luminous City is in. And, you know, maybe we get a small understanding of the core mechanics of the game. And then at the end, we're going to get some sort of, like, Zygarde tease or new Pokemon tease, new Mega tease, something like that, right? So, let's see. Clinton, I would guess they leave the trailer for ZA till the end. That's what they did last year. It's just, I don't know. Maybe an announcement to ease the fears of those who can't get their hands on Prismatic Evolution, something to help non-scalpers get cards. I could see them throwing in a Prismatic Evolution reprint. I think that's decent to throw up on the list. Pokemon Master Chef announcement. Those who get knocked out of the competition get literally knocked out. Maybe they rebrand Cafe Remix to Pokemon Master Chef. A teaser of Ash returning to the anime as a side character. Don't we already know that's happening? We're fully expecting a Pokemon movie announcement. I'll throw that in there. Pokemon movie announcement. I thought it was already confirmed. Did it not already happen in the series of Ash returning for an episode or something? Maybe I've just been listening to too many, like, prediction things. I'm starting to think, didn't that already happen? I know in English we're, like, 3 years behind the Japanese anime, you know? So it's, like, it's pretty nuts, but... Richard, there was another mythical in Terra Leak that they didn't want to spoil. Okay, so yeah, it looks like that idea about a new mythical will be there. That could be announced at the end. They could be like, hey, free update coming to Scarlet Violet with the next mythical, you know? Or, you know, they could, I guess, just do like, oh, you gotta go GameStop to get it. Yeah. But, like, I really hope they don't. We have the internet. Why do we have to go places? Gen 9 mythical announcement. And we'll get to playing PTCGL. Don't you worry. We're going to get to playing it. But we're just talking predictions, and then as we play, we'll add stuff. Even a small cameo from Ash would set the internet ablaze. Clinton, I agree. Oh yeah, well, probably get a new legendary or a mythical with Z8. That's true. Maybe we'll get the trailer narrated in French. That would be terrible. That would be terrible. Just put it in English. It's going to be 6 a.m. where I am. I do not want to have to read at 6 a.m. Alright? I don't know if they announced Ash. I haven't heard about it outside of speculation. Oh, okay. Jason, hi, how are you? Good, how are you? Clinton, the trailer in French is halfway a joke but could happen. It would be so frustrating. Grayson, yo, welcome. How you doing? So go ahead, let me know what predictions you have for the Pokemon Presents tomorrow, and we will, throw it on the list, then we can play, a little game to see how much we get right and how much we got wrong. We'll probably get everything wrong. They're ditching ZA. They made a different Pokemon game in the meantime, Grayson, I'm gonna play PTCGL while I watch. I won't be able to see chat. No worries. Richard, a life-size Vaporeon plushie to go with the Guardy. Shame. Shame on you. Why did you have to put that into the wild out there? You know that has to come on the 30th anniversary stream, not on this stream, right? 30th anniversary. It's not a plushie. They've actually created life, and it's a Vaporeon. No. But yeah, I think we're caught up with chat now. I'm not sure if there's really much else to go with, much else to talk about. The internet things, okay, Richard, no one needs the internet for sure does not need an advocate. They're gonna do the internet things. They don't need someone being like, well, I think people on the internet would like this. So no, they've already put that out there. They've said what they wanted. We don't need to go further than that. Kristen, I am new here. I am curious what your predictions are. I am late to the stream. No worries, Christian. I've got them over here. If you can read that, if you can't, I understand. It's, they're going to open with Legend ZA. Then we're going to move into, like, mobile app updates. Then we're going to see Pokemon Pocket and TCG roadmaps. We'll see the new set for Pocket, maybe a couple of new cards. We'll see a new set for TCG, possibly with a new mechanic that they want to show off. Maybe they'll announce Prismatic Evolution reprint. I'm not real sold that that'll be a Pokemon Presents thing. Pretty sure they've already announced it too. We'll see a Pokemon movie announcement, a Gen 9 mythical announcement, and then in closing, we'll get our first look at Gen 10. However that might be. It might be absolutely nothing other than someone saying, hey, we're working on Gen 10. Close. I don't know, but those are the predictions that we have come up with so far in chat. If you have any predictions you would like to throw into the mix, maybe we'll add it to the list. I appreciate it a lot and hope that is absolutely true. That would be amazing. See, and I feel like I'm aiming low. With all this speculation that I've been hearing, this really isn't a lot, like, we fully expect mobile app updates. We fully expect Pocket updates and TCG updates. We fully expect a Pokemon movie because we haven't had one for a while. And the Gen 9 mythical announcement is more my own thing. I'm expecting that to happen. It might be like a pre-order bonus for Legend ZA or something weird like that. Sometimes they do that. But I fully expect Legend ZA to set the tone for the entire presentation. That's why they need to open with it. It would be really hard to talk about what's coming up in the TCG if you're not going to talk about Legend ZA, because the TCG is going to reference the stuff in Legend ZA. Just like when Legends Arceus came out, in the TCG, we got like Astral Radiance and Astral Radiance, which really referenced Legends Arceus, but we also got like Battle Stars, which kind of references, or it does, but it references Arceus. not Lost, Lost Origins, which also kind of referenced it. Fusion Strike didn't really reference it at all, but yeah. Clinton, you know that's a lie. That is a complete lie. I would not say many of them are completely innocent. Anyways. Let's see. So I built this bat deck last night when I wasn't feeling too well. I was just laying down on the couch. That's why there was no video today. Usually I play a fan-submitted deck. That's going to be Roxy's Rats up next week. I just wasn't feeling great, so I didn't get a chance to make a video. Even after physical therapy, I had to come home and take a nap, so I didn't record anything. And I was even late to live streaming today, so... Christian, right? And that's where I mostly am right now, is collecting TCG, and I'm way behind on collecting. However, I am extremely excited to see what is to come with the new game coming. And yeah, and what that holds for us as collectors. Yeah? A lot of people are still kids at heart. If you're still a kid at heart, there's very few that are loving Gardevoir. Very few. That are loving Gardevoir because they're kids at heart. I would say probably less than 30% of the entire population that loves Gardevoir are kids. Or kids at heart. Alright. So I built this bat deck. See, we got a Noivern EX in Prismatic Evolution here. And it's decent. With Strafe for single energy, you can do 50 and switch to the bench. So then you put up Mimikyu or something like that, right? And it's got a big attack that can do 220. So you can hit and run, or you can do a big attack. Then we've got this Noivern EX with the Covert Flight. So you do 70 damage, but you are then immune to attacks from basic Pokemon, which is pretty handy. We do have Dominating Echo during your opponent's next turn. They can't play any special energy or stadium cards from their hand, which I, last night when I tested this deck, I did run up against a Diplin. And it was funny, I just got my own stadium out and Dominating Echo for the rest of the game. They couldn't play a different stadium, so they couldn't really do much. But this is what I like about the Pokemon TCG. This is what I liked about the GX era, the Sun and Moon era of the Pokemon TCG. There would be several different evolutions of, Noibat. So there would be several other Noibats too, but we would get like decently playable cards that were different versions of the same Pokemon so that you could play them in the same deck, and then you mix and match your strategy depending on what you're playing against, right? So that's really what I was going for, that feel in this. Of course, I made this post-rotation. Here, I can scoot this over so you all can see the deck. I am using the Dunsparce engine just because I think it's fun. I don't think that's going to be the best engine to use, but I don't know what will be. I do have Fan Rotom. Because Noibat is a colorless Pokemon, we can search out Noibats with Fan Rotom. We can also search out Dunsparce. Now, sadly, the Dunsparce has too much HP to be searched out with Fan Rotom, but that's fine. We really just want to get, like, a Noibat out, and then 2 Dunsparce, or 2 Noibat and a Dunsparce. Depends on how our start really is. And we've got that Mimikyu in here as the strategy that we can strafe move this to the bench, put up the Mimikyu. Now they can't attack into the Mimikyu, right? Right. Now, the this Dragon Noivern EX does use a Psychic energy and a Darkness energy, so we can actually power up the Mimikyu as well. So it's a backup attacker, if that makes any sense. We've got Buddy Poffin so that we can get our basics out. We've got there was a lot that I wanted to put in this deck, and I just couldn't fit it all. We are running Maximum Belt because nothing makes me laugh harder than using Strafe for a single energy for 100 damage and then running away to the bench. That's really it. It was just for me to laugh, right? So we are playing Maximum Belt. We've got 2 copies of Rescue Board so we can retreat the Mimikyu. After we put it up as a wall, we can retreat it, strafe again with the Noivern, and keep doing that, right? We got a copy of Technical Machine Evolution so we can evolve some Pokemon. We got some Lucky Helmets so we can draw, because the Dunsparce isn't the best draw, but it's decent. I've got more one-ofs in here than I would like, but had to make space, right? Let's see, we got a Black Belt's Training, so we can do 140 with Strafe with that Noivern, which is just funny. The stream is repeating the same clips over and over again. I might head off because it's getting crazy. Maybe restart the device that you're using? I don't know. Let me check. Stream health still says... Oh, no, it says error. YouTube not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. How bad is the buffering? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. If the buffering's not bad, I will continue. Okay, stream is healthy again. So, we are playing Mezagoza because really we're going to be searching out to Dunsparces with Mezagoza, right? We might be searching out our Noiverns, we might be searching out some other things, but yeah, Mezagoza there. It's like saying Gardevoir isn't creative because you basically should play Monkey Dory, Driftloon, Screamtail, Gardevoir with Refinement, Arven, Iron, and Earthen Vessel. That's for a different topic. Slip on the Discord was talking about something else. So that is the deck. You can see that we're playing Crispin, so we can like accelerate energy and whatnot. We're playing 5 Psychic, 5 Darkness. And yeah, we got some fun stuff in here. So I figure I'll just play. I do viewer battles. If you want to battle me, you just gotta join the Discord. If you're in the Discord, just say, hey, you want to battle. And we will try to get that going. Let's replace that quest. Play Cassiopeia? No. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's just play the bat real quick, because I just gave you the rundown for it. So we're going to play the bat real quick. Where is it? Right here? Yeah, right there. Perfect. No one has replied to my how bad is the buffering comment yet, which just makes me a little worried. Are you still there? Yo, I love Farfetch'd. Awesome! Farfetch'd is cool. Starting off fan Rotom is huge. Alright, we're playing against a Hisuian Zoroark deck, so that's going to be interesting. The only way we'll be able to successfully wall is with Mimikyu. Okay. Let's go ahead and fan call. We're going to grab 2 Noibats and a Dunsparce. Play all those down. Oh my gosh, Cape Drop Bog on each one. This is going to take forever. Cool. I'm going to play this Psychic Energy on Fan Rotom. I'm going to play Crispin. No. Yeah. Play that there. And we're going to Assault Landing. Alright, let's see. I can get the other Noivern out this next turn. I can get Mimikyu out this turn. But I do think eventually I want to set up the Dominating Echo Noivern. Because if I can prevent my opponent from playing Special Energy, then I think I can just, you know, prevent them from doing anything, right? There we go. I'm going to throw up Dunsparce because it's got free retreat. And just try to plan out my next move. Alright, so let's see. I can go Arven. I can grab a Buddy Buddy. And a Rescue Board. Buddy Buddy. Noibat and Mimikyu. Ultra Ball. Discard those two. Grab Noivern. Play that one down. Play down this energy there. Retreat. And yeah, I can evolve this one. And then we're going to strafe, doing 50 to Hisuian Zoroark. We're going to put Mimikyu up. Yes. Now we are forcing our opponent to have boss. They do have 9 cards in hand. Not exactly unlikely for them to have boss at that point, you know, but it would have to be their choice in card over any other choice they have, right? Okay. Let's see. If I top deck a Psychic Energy, Black Belt's Training would do 40 more. That means this would do 180, and we would get a knockout and lock out any special energy hitting the board. Okay. Okay, they're going after the Noivern with the Disseminating Echo. Cool. So we can't do that this turn. I'll go ahead and... We're just going to do Strafe then again. Buddy Buddy. Sure, we'll play those two. Get that out. Sure, I'll play Black Belt's training. Why not? Get some extra damage done. Oh no, it's only the EXs. That's fine. Their deck doesn't play any EXs. So why would I be concerned about saving that for later? It's the same reason why Maximum Belt won't do anything in this. Sorry, Savette said, I also love Pokemon, and that's my favorite one. I'm guessing Farfetch'd. Grayson, Friends in Hisui, 2 Iona, 1 Lisa, Lisa's Appeal, 3 Hero Cape, 1 Double Turbo, 3 Fire Energy. Wait, I'm getting so confused. I think they... Okay, you're putting out... Okay, I'm sorry. The way it's displaying that to me is very jumbled up. So I apologize, but it is a deck list. You can always just go into my Discord and let us all know what deck you're playing, you know? How many Boss's Orders do you think they play? Judge. As it goes, I'll play down Darkness Energy. Let's flip for Mezagoza. Maybe we will get something. No? Okay. Christian, I feel silly because it looks different and I can see your cursor moving, but is this version of TCG Pocket? No, this is the full Pokemon TCG. This is TCG Live, not Pocket. I saw that some people have downloaded Pocket on their PC. I, for some reason, can't find how to do that. But also, I just prefer the depth and strategy that the TCG offers compares to Pocket, you know? Oh, of course they get heads on Mezagoza, and I don't. So yeah, I fully don't expect to win this. And Grayson, you don't have Discord. No worries, no worries. So where can you redeem your codes from collecting cards? In the shop on TCG Live. Go down the sparse. Runaway draw. Just energy. Perfect. Of course that's what I wanted. Thank you. You're welcome, Christian. Grayson, you said yes. I forget why I asked. Can you try my deck next game, please? It looks like a pretty straightforward Charizard deck. Oh, I guess you got Daisy's help in there. Is that... Whoa, whoa, whoa. 13 fire energy when you're playing the Dark Charizard? Why so many energy? Here, we can try building that deck. I'll move this over here so people can see the deck building area. But I think there could be a lot cut there. Friends in Hisui could be cut, you know. So let's see. Char. Mander. You don't say which one. We'll go with 70 HP here. 3. Charmeleon, one of. That one. 3 of. This. Skull. 3. 2 Dusclops. 3 Dusknoir. And a 3/3 of Pidgey? Since you can only take advantage of Pidgeot's ability only once per turn, most people just play as a 2/2, a 2/0/2. They use Rare Candy to get into it, and you know, there's even people that play less than 2. They'll play 1/0/1 sort of business. Three Buddy Poffins. I know, riveting stuff here. Anyone have any opinions about the Pokemon Presents predictions that we have going on so far? Anything you want to add? Anything you think is unlikely? We could talk about it. Trekking shoes. So this isn't a post-rotation list. Three, right? Yeah. 2 Daisy's help. What does that one do? Oh. Let's see, what else? There was the one above it. Friends and Hisui. You play, what, 2 of it? I'm going to just swap that out with Friends in Paldea, so I don't have to buy another copy of Friends in Hisui. Is that 1 Iono? Boop. 1 Iono. Why so many copies of Lizia's Appeal instead of Boss's Orders? Just curious. Hero Cape as our ace spec of choice. And then 3 double turbo, I think is what it's saying. Which seems like a lot. And 13 fire energy? So what'd I forget? There's two cards that, so I went through everything. There's two cards that aren't in your list to make a full 60 card deck. But just looking at it, some of the things that I would recommend would be possibly playing a TME Evolution and playing Pidgeotto. TM Evo would let you like kind of evolve up without needing rare candy sometimes, and with Badoo out there with item lock, you may not be able to play your rare candy every time. So there's that. Over here, you have no Ultra Ball, no way to get evolution Pokemon into your hand. So you may want Ultra Balls. Energy can be cut drastically. So double turbo, I understand people like to play it for the Pidgeot to attack. If you want that, you can run it as a 1 or 2 of. And fire energy can be taken down to 7 or 8 of, because Charizard's ability will search out fire energy anyway, so you won't really need to set it up at all, right? Charizard's ability, when you play it down, you get to search your deck for the 3 basic fire energies and attach them how you wish, and Charizard only needs 2 of those, right? So you could even attach one to a Pidgey, and Pidgeot can use its attack without the need of double turbo. Buddy Buddies, you can move up to 4 if you want. Arvin, you can move up to a 4 of. Daisy's help is just kind of bad. I understand the point of looking at your prize cards, but that's what Hisuian Heavy Ball is there for. You get to look at your prize cards, see what you prized, if you can't just look through your deck and realize what you prized. 1 Iono is pretty low, and 3 Lizia's Appeal is pretty high. I would go with Boss's Orders over Lizia's Appeal. Boss's Orders lets you switch in any Pokemon, not just a basic like Lizia's Appeal. I guess I need to move this over. I don't know. Yeah, but there's cards missing from the list that you posted, so sorry. Oh, the 2 Badoo. Yeah, I can try this out. I feel like there's just not a lot of movement in the deck, though, so it's going to be really hard to get anything going for sure. Now, I will say, I don't like Charizard. So, you are making me play Charizard, so congratulations. But, we'll see how it goes. Alright, we got Pidgey there. Done. Pidgey's got the call for family attack, so that's not bad. We got 2 Buddy Buddies. That's kind of crazy that we actually got that. We'll grab those 2. And then with this one, I'll grab this and that one. Done. And then attach a fire energy to Pidgey. And right, can't call for family yet. So right now I'm pretty sunk. Like, I could Arvin for a rare candy for Dusknoir and pop Dusknoir to knock out this Radiant Greninja, but that's about it. Do you even play any tools? Well, Hero's Cape, but like, you're playing 3 Arvin. I think you should play at least 3 tools to search out with your Arvins. That's generally how I do it. Maybe I'll play 1 more because I'll naturally draw into 1 tool for sure, right? Eventually. So, but yeah, So not taking full advantage of your Arvin is one area that I think could be changed up a little bit. But there's a lot of, you know, Charmander, Charizard decks out there. Right? So, alright, so I'll just grab another... No, I'll grab Duskull. Yikes, so we're fully expecting a Flareon to show up from that Eevee, right? So I kind of don't want them to put it into the active. I want them to have to, like, attach to Radiant Greninja, so I think I'm just going to retreat here and go to Badoo, get them under item lock. I guess I'll play a Fire Energy there. Play Arvin, just to take a look at what I got. Rare Candy, Hero's Cape, I guess. Now I just need an evolution. Or they'll see I have a Rare Candy sitting in the deck, so they'll Iono me, hopefully. That's another way to kind of look at this. I just told them what I grabbed, so they might be like, oh, let's disrupt him, and they'll actually just send me into a better hand, maybe. Gravity Mountain. Aw, man, that counters us. Not completely, but pretty well. Oh my gosh. It just took our hand and gave us more copies of cards in our hand. That is the most ridiculous Iono I've ever seen. And I've seen plenty of ridiculous Iono. You know? Okay. Just gonna Itchy Pollen again. I guess I could have thrown down an energy. Yeah, and that's the thing. We're not moving our hand very much here. I've already kind of stalled out. Okay, so I can bring up the Fez. Try to get that kind of stuck in the active sort of thing. So yeah, I'm going to do that. Then I can, with more confidence, Rare Candy into a Dusknoir, use that, knock out the Radiant Greninja. Which I think is going to be more beneficial to them than these Hoot Hoots. But Hoot Hoot is quite strong since they got Terra Pokemon out. But it's just a 1-for-1 right there. Then I can play down the Duskull and be ready for a future turn. Okay, we get a supporter to play. Right, we already played one. Itchy Pollen. No, wait, no, we're going to throw this here. Now, Itchy Pollen. We just kind of wait some more. Hopefully they didn't get anything too good off that prize. You know. But yeah, they got Flip the Script. They can't play an item, so they can't play like Switch, but they could play like Rescue Board to get out of the active. There's Professor's Research. They might get a Hoot Hoot off this, and that might get them the ability to search for a Rescue Board. Really? That's fascinating. Friends in Paldea. Okay, we get a Charmeleon there. Okay. This Fire Energy, I'm going to throw in the Pidgey. And we'll just keep Itchy Pollen. I don't know. Okay, so rescue board so they could retreat for free. Then they're going to burning charge, which will let them get energy accelerated onto the benched Flareon, most likely. And right now, since we don't play Ultra Ball, I can't really like count on really getting any type of evolution, even though I have an Arvin in hand. I'm going to put up the Pidgey just because I'm probably not going to be attacking with Pidgey like ever. So, checking shoes. Let's play it. We don't really need a basic, so I'm going to say no. I don't know. Oh, wow, that really helps. I can play that down there. And play, I don't know. That's going to cut their hand in half, which is pretty helpful for us. Of course, I just got rid of all of my rare candies, so there's not much I can do from that. I can call for family. Do I have another Pidgey in the deck? I know it's a 202 line, but did I prize one is the question. And I can't remember. I always forget to check pricing. Alright, cool. We got that there. Or should I grab Badoo? No. We'll grab Pidgey. Alright. Boss's orders are going to bring up the Charmeleon. Yep. Yeah, so there's a lot of Charizard lists out there. I would recommend just copying one of those and practice. Then once you feel comfortable with it, that's when you're going to want to like change things and shake things up, right? Another fire energy. Call for family. Grab another Charmander. I guess I'll put up Charmander in case I get rare candy and then I can start maneuvering maybe. Nope. And the thing is I can't throw away my Pidgey, so I guess I'm just gonna retreat the Charmander into Duskull. And end turn. I mean, I could Curse Blast and knock out a Hoot, but that just means they win faster, right? I'll throw it Pidgey, I guess. Friends in Paldea? Maybe? Okay, nope. So we just lose. Sorry, Grayson. Yeah. I've already mentioned some things that you can do to improve, to make better. I hope this helps. Yeah. I hope you're still here. But yeah, the deck just doesn't have enough parts moving to make sure you have playable hands every turn. And I would say we need more moving parts. We need more search for, our Pokemon. We need more ability to go find what we need. Richard, there is talks of them showing off a game we haven't heard of with the code named Synapse with it supposedly like Splatoon. I've heard about that. I've heard rumors about that. I don't know. When it comes to code names, there's often code names aren't very descriptive of what the project is, because that is the whole point of a code name. If it was very descriptive of what the game was, then there would be no need of a code name. And to say supposedly it's like Splatoon, I have heard that it's just a hero shooter sort of thing. I don't believe it anywhere close to showing it off. Yeah. I've heard it's more closer to a hero shooter, to where like you pick a Pokemon and you have that in a room, like Marvel Rivals or Overwatch, right? You could argue that, hey, isn't that just what Pokemon Unite is? Like, yeah, you could. I think that's the issue, is that Pokemon Unite being a MOBA, hero shooters and MOBAs have a lot in common. I'm not saying they're the same or anything like that, but you could just do different game modes in Pokemon Unite rather than making a whole nother game, in my opinion. Unless you wanted that shooter aspect, but the shooter aspect doesn't work for a lot of Pokemon, and I don't think that is the type of image they want with Pokemon, right? Is you shooting other people. I don't know. Yeah, I heard. Yeah. I don't know really what else to say. Oh, and viewers just like ended. What happened? It's supposed to use that mechanic from the Blueberry DLC where you become the Pokemon and compete for territory. Wait, is it a game or is it DLC? I'm confused. Let's see, what do I need to play? EX Pokemon, right. Let's play. Like, it's getting warm in here. It's a game, just the Pokemon from like third person view. Okay, yeah, it would still be like a hero shooter to me, like Marvel Rivals, right? That's more of what it sounds like than, because unless you're telling me that everyone has like the same loadout or something like that, like, or how the territory really goes, because we've already seen one Splatoon. So we've seen Splatoon, and then we've seen one Splatoon spin-off in this, not spin-off, clone. And that Splatoon clone got destroyed in the market, you know? Foam Stars or whatever it's called. And it's the Pokemon Company. Why would the Pokemon Company want to compete directly with Splatoon? So I don't know. Maybe there's a reason. But I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. We'll do that and that. Done. Oh, Slowpoke, eh? Finally look up. Ignore that. Dunsparce. It'll be interesting to see if they do something like that. I'd be interested to learn how it works and everything, but it just seems like it's stepping on too many toes, and it's not something that the Pokemon Company has ever made before, which, if we were worried about, you know, future quality of Pokemon games, and we're seeing them make a game they've never made before over making more Pokemon games, you know, I don't know. I don't know. Sounds weird. Sounds like something that doesn't have a big market. You know, Splatoon kind of owns that market. Oh, it's with Pokemon. Okay. If you want to fight over territory and stuff, you can just play Unite. I know it's not like you're judged based on how much territory you grab in Unite, but it's MOBA, and MOBA is very much about positioning and, you know, pushing your enemy's line back so you are able to more control certain areas and whatnot. And it sounds too much like Unite from a third person view instead of a top down view. And I don't know if there's a reason to have a whole nother game like that, unless they want to, you know, cancel their partnership with DNA or whatever, but they just came out, so maybe they come out with a Pokemon D&D book. No, not gonna happen. Hasbro would not pay Pokemon Company enough to make that happen, you know. So it would be the Pokemon Company coming out with their own D&D-like book, and I honestly just don't think they would do that, because I don't think tabletop RPGs are kid-friendly, and the Pokemon Company generally focuses on more kid-friendly cards than really anything else, you know? Alright, let's go Mezagoza. Beautiful, beautiful heads right there. Awesome. Gonna grab a Dunsparce. Runaway draw. Let's hopefully we can get Psychic Energy. We do. All right. So we can play that down. And Dominating Echo. Cool. So they can't play Special Energy or Stadium cards, which means Mezagoza is going to stick, and they won't be able to jet energy anything into the active, right? So they put up Tatsuguri, they have to use Rescue Board or Attach and Retreat, which feels terrible. So yeah. So the thing about predictions is if you go too crazy, it's not going to happen. And if you play it too safe, no one will be excited about what you say, right? So we got to find that happy middle ground. Synapse, I I don't know. Like, I've heard people talk about it in so many different ways that I'm just like, I don't know what it could necessarily be. People are like, oh, it's like Splatoon. And it's like, okay, are you saying it's like Splatoon because you only played Nintendo games and you don't know what really Splatoon is? Do you I hear people say it's a hero shooter, and to me that's just Pokemon Unite, but from a different perspective, which seems weird. I've I just don't see a market out there that Pokemon doesn't have that they would get with it, right? So I'd love to say, like a Pokemon D&D book would be awesome. I would play the heck out of that. I would probably, if they announce that, I would immediately be like, all right, I'm setting up a Patreon. If you want to play, you got to back me for like $20 a month, and we'll play Pokemon RPG every other week, right? I'm already thinking about doing that with my own custom built RPG. So if they came out with an RPG, I'd be totally down for it, a TTRPG. So yeah, like, yeah. Hispania. No, I'm kidding. 06 Machinations. That's really gonna hurt them. A Battlefield game where everyone is Psyducks with headaches and Nerf guns. Psyduck with an army helmet on that's crooked. Beautiful imagery. Thank you. Yeah, if they were to make a Splatoon-like, I would think they would have to make the combat a lot bigger in order to make it not just feel too similar to Pokemon Unite, a game they already have, like, I don't know, that's just me. So I could see something like that where it's like, oh, there's a lot more players on the field at once. Splatoon did a thing where some of their Splatfests are like 3 teams competing, and that was like, okay, this is kind of new and interesting for a Splatoon, for the Splatoon game, so I can kind of see that as a point even. Dominating Echo. Do you think they... Oh, okay, they do have a psychic energy there, but do you think they more rely off reversal energy? And that's why, maybe, their turns are taking so long? A GTA-like game where you are a Diglett. You can do anything in this world as long as it's digging. That's it. That's all Diglett can do, You can't, like, get into a helicopter as a Diglett. You can't leave the ground as a Diglett. Can't get into a car's slightly off ground, Okay, so they've got Slowking ready to go. Now, they can't get Academy at Night into play because of my Dominating Echo. So, I'm having fun. Them, not so much. Seek Inspiration? Oh, they discard Psychic Energy. That's too bad. Yeah. Hey, Sophie. I know, it's your dare time, but I started streaming late, and I don't want to quit now. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Your tongue went way too far up my nose. That felt weird. Jeez. Just give us an Animal Crossing, but with all Pokemon. Yeah. Wouldn't that just be Mystery Dungeon without the dungeons? You're just in town, you're helping people out, It's mystery dungeon without the dungeons. It sounds terrible. But it also sounds like something that would sell and people would totally be into. My farming sim Pokemon game? Yeah. Yeah. It's more prominent here since there's a small thing. There we go. Okay. I'm going to play the bat again. No one has challenged me yet, so, you know, no viewer battles. So I'd feed you if I could. Well, she's wondering why not, right? Why not? Exactly, the ultimate cozy game. Just pick your favorite Pokemon, start a town recruiting other Pokemon to come live in your town. Do you want to go first? Yes. You could do a little mixture also. You could throw in some sort of combat because it's Pokemon, right? To where like maybe like there are some alpha Pokemon or just ambitious Pokemon that will come to your town, and you need someone that's super effective against them, or you have to suffer a negative effect. You know, like, oh, your town can't get happiness today because these rebel rousers came into town and causes a bunch of mischief and whatnot. You know. That could be fun. There you go, Pokemon. I just gave you a whole new game idea. You can send the check in the mail. Yeah, we're gonna do that. I know it seems crazy, but I have an idea. Noibat. Yes. Play that down. Basic energy. The tough part is Mesagoza. I really don't want to give my opponent the ability to Mesagoza, you know? But I want the ability to Mesagoza. So you gotta give it, you know, and swings and roundabouts and all that stuff, you know? It's like playing Lively Stadium with Fan Rotom, right? Sure, like 1 energy, 70 damage, can get some key knockouts on basic Pokemon. Except Lively Stadium takes them away. You need a stadium out, and you don't want to give your opponent extra health, but you want that extra health. You know, it's kind of the same thing here. Did I forget to flip? I didn't. Did I? I just flipped tails, right? Yeah, I just flipped tails. Okay. Whew. Trantar came in and destroyed all your buildings. You know, or like, you know, oh, construction on, you know, the next Pokemart upgrade is going to take twice as long because, you know, construction got destroyed halfway through or something like that, you know? Yeah, no, I could actually see something like that. Pokemon Quest, wasn't that about, like, keeping Pokemon happy in this little area and had some town building aspects to it? Alright, so we just win, right? That's nice. So we just win, right? Because I just need an energy. Any energy will do. Okay, so no energy yet, but I have a Crispin. Oh, we'll put that in our hand. We'll play down the dark energy. Play the Psychic. And either one, we just win. Boom. Twist Tom Nook still there to take all your money. Is that just Monkey Dory? Monkey Dory's there just to take all your money? No, he would be red, right? So Monkey Dory would be Red, the guy that sells fake art, and he sells you Pokemon cards. Right? And so there's some fake Pokemon cards that Monkey Dory's gonna sell you, and you have to be able to discern what's real and what's not. We're building this game. So who would be Red? Or who would be Nook? Surely you have Monkey Dory in this deck? Me? In my deck? No. No, I don't have Monkey Dory in this. I'm already struggling with space in the deck. I honestly don't know how to add Monkey Dory to this deck. Now I gotta figure out how I could play, what is it, Cassiopeia? And if I go to hard battling, I don't know if you remember that deck. I showed it off a while ago. But maybe I can replace, like, Iono with Cassiopeia or something. So, let's see if I go... Wait, where's the edit button? There it is. Ooh, Gumshoes can replace Nook. Perfect. That is perfect. Love it. Print it. Put it on a shirt. And we will go grab Cass. Copia. Sophie. Sophie girl. Sophie girl. And then the rebel rousers that occasionally come and mess up your town, you can just theme them after each of the bad teams in Pokemon, you know. So, like, Arbok and Weezing will represent Team Rocket. Golisopod can represent Team Skull. Zoroark can represent whatever... Plasma? Team Plasma? You know, that kind of stuff, you know. Pokemon Company International, hire us to make you a Animal Crossing game. We'll only design it. We won't be able to do any of the programming. Cricketune will have to replace KK Slider. Oh my gosh, it works so well. Let's see, didn't they already give us the World's Image logo sort of thing? People are looking at that to get inspiration for their predictions. And it's not a bad thought. One person did point out they wouldn't have released the World's Image if it did actually hint towards anything, right? Which I can also understand. But I don't know. Wow, this is terrible. What a terrible, terrible start. End turn. Yes. This is so bad. Luckily, Growlithe doesn't have a turn 1, you know, damage dealing attack, right? They can do Stroke, and that'll give me one more turn to get things going. And we'll see if I pull that off somehow. There it is. Oh, so, on the World's Image, there's Froakie, there's Chespin, and there's Finnegan. Now, we are going back to Kalos. Oh my gosh, that Toadstool is awesome! Have you seen this image? Let's see. Genesect could represent Team Plasma, since it was modified by Team Plasma. Oh, okay. Plasma is the one I know the least amount, honestly. Who replaces Isabelle? It would depend on what Pokemon you choose as your avatar Pokemon. No, not Nest Ball. Ultra Ball. Oh. No, really? There's nothing good. Alright, Nest Ball. There's really nothing good here. Let's play Nest Ball. We're going to get Fez out, I think. And we're going to just Itchy Pollen. So, like, if you pick... Let's just use Gen 1 starters. If you pick Bulbasaur, then Isabelle would be Squirtle, right? Not the one that's super effective against you, the one you're super effective against, right? Because you're always threatening it, and that's why it follows you. No, I'm joking. I just think it would make more sense if, you know, the person helping you wasn't super effective against you. That's all. So, or you could just pick who your helper is, right? So it's not like a particular Pokemon would be Isabella. It would be like, oh, pick your avatar and be all starting Pokemon plus Pikachu, Meowth, and a few others, right? And then it would be like, okay, out of that pool, pick who your, you know, helper is, or whatever they would want to call it. But I want to start as my favorite Pokemon, Lantern. Good luck with that. Is there any mystery dungeon game where you can start as Lantern? I'm just curious. Mezagoza. I must like Mezagoza because I seem to have put in some recent decks. These are like post-rotation decks though, so maybe that has something to do with it. Alright, we got Blood Moon Ursaluna there. Seems like we are popping off, finally. We're going to Earthen Vessel, and we're just going to win. That's it. We're just going to win. Why didn't they get Arcanine out? Battle Hardened. We'll play that down. We'll bring out Luxurious Cape. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is everything okay? Sorry. My internet seemed to have done something funky. Looks like we're okay. Oh no, Isabella's replacement is Sableye with the weird head twitching and yeah, let's pick a terrifying Pokemon to be the Isabella replacement. No, this is how we decide the Isabella replacement. Who would be best paired with Doom Guy? Right? I'm trying to think. I want to say Rowlet, but that's because I have a picture of Rowlet right up there. But Rowlet would be pretty good. Because it evolves into Decidueye and then they can both shoot, you know? Yeah. Yeah. You've seen the comics of Isabella and Doom Guy together, right? You know who I'm talking about when I say Doom Guy, right? Jigglypuff from the first anime season. Anytime you talk to Jigglypuff, you just fall asleep. Okay, let's see. Oof, Sophie. Alright, Sophie is begging me to stop, so this is going to be a little shorter of a thing, but I hope y'all enjoyed this. We played, no, Jiggly with Doom Guy. Oh, yeah. That would be great, too. I mean, Could be the Isabella replacement. They both got that hair, you know. But this was fun, the Pokemon predictions. So opening with Legend ZA, mobile app updates being Cafe, Masters Unite, etc. Pocket roadmap, TCG roadmap. I'm expecting a new mechanic. Pokemon movie announcement, Gen 9 mythical announcement, and it will close with our first look at Gen 10. If you want to join me at what time in the morning? Man, I am already regretting this. Oh, okay. So for me, it will be 7 a.m. Okay, so I can wake up a little bit later. But if you want to join me as I live stream, you know, I think I'm just going to co-stream on here. I looked up a thing that said I could co-stream Pokemon on YouTube, so I might just do that. So be sure to subscribe and click that bell notification. So, you know what? I should probably just make the thumbnail now. Right? But I'm going to have to take a picture, and that's going to require me to get off my streaming thing. Why the heck do I have hiccups now? But thank you, everyone that joined us here. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Hopefully you'll join me tomorrow for my Pokemon Day presentation live reactions. I think that'll be fun. And until next time.